all eyes are going to be on Capitol Hill today, where later the House DOGE caucus, the Department of Government Efficiency, is holding its first meeting about its plans to cut government waste. And our next guest, a founding member of the caucus, wasting no time getting to work with two new bills aimed at slashing fraud, costing billions to you and me, the taxpayers. Senator James Lankford is a founding member of the Congressional DOGE caucus. He joins us right now from I guess, kind of unofficial DOGE headquarters there in Washington. Senator, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. Merry Christmas to you.
You're the perfect guy to be on this because for years you've had the federal fumbles books where you've detailed all the government waste. So today, are all the House members and senators going to say, okay, Elon and Vivek, here's a list of stuff to start cutting?
Yep, that's pretty much where we're headed on this. The House is working on theirs, the Senate's working on ours, and we're working on trying to separate the pile of government waste into two stacks. What can the executive branch do on their own just by declaring agencies need to be more efficient, changing the rules? What are the things that we got to have legislation for so that we know what's our job, we know what's their job, we can take off on it? It's something I've literally worked on for 10 years. And it's good to be able to get the initiative going right now to be able to say, let's work on this. Honestly, Steve, this shouldn't be a partisan issue.
Right.
Everybody should work on government waste.
Right, because if we're going to send our money to Washington, nobody likes sending money to Washington, but at least don't waste it. And so that's why you're introducing two anti-fraud bills. One extends the statute of limitations for all pandemic-era programs, covers unemployment insurance fraud, and allows states to withhold payment from fraudulent claims. And let's put up some of the federal fumbles details where you said the federal government spent $79,000 on a climate change study on road safety in Ghana, $1 million on dance equity organization in D.C. The list goes on and on. These guys are going to have such a gigantic list. It's going to be a shopping list. Actually, it's not a shopping list. It's almost a chopping list, isn't it?
It is a chopping list on it. That's exactly correct. So what we're trying to do is break this into big categories. So you look at like drag shows in Ecuador that the State Department paid for that grant to be able to do that. If Ecuador wants to do drag shows, that's up to them. But the American taxpayers shouldn't pay for that. That's a slice of it. So it's not just going after that grant. It's trying to determine how did that happen and how do we stop that from happening. It's like government waste and spending. It's not just that it happened. How did that happen and how do we make that stop? And the two that I put out there deal with unemployment insurance. Right now, there's a rule in place that you've got to go after fraud within 14 days. If you don't get after it within 14 days, you literally have to give someone who you know is committing fraud extra benefits on unemployment. That's dumb. So let's fix that.
Yeah, and so you've been looking at fraud and waste for a very long time. But this time, you're actually going to have help not only from Elon and Vivek, but also probably federal employees have reached out to you. I know I just got an email from a federal employee, says the waste is outrageous. This person says, my office has a broken shutoff button and the lights are on 24/7 for the last 2 years. And apparently they have reported it. And then this person got in trouble and was denied a promotion. You know how it all works.
Oh, listen, nothing flies all over a dad like the light being left on all the time. That's like
drives me crazy too.
Right there, turn the light off. And so, yeah, that's a given. But there's just a million ways. We are reaching out to federal employees. They see it firsthand. Many of these employees are frustrated as well, saying they're taxpayers as well. They wanted to be more efficient. We're asking them to also share their ideas with us so we can actually get this thing fixed.
Okay, very good. Senator, thank you very much for joining us live. Good luck today with your chopping list.
We'll stay on it. Merry Christmas again.
And Merry Christmas to you, sir.